Guys, welcome to a brand new episode. Today I present to you a project which I think has big potential. In 2023, I think this is going to do big things. We're looking at a team that has a lot of experience in game design. We're talking about a team that has a lot of experience in crypto as well combined, and to match that up, has already put out works that shows that artistic quality, that gameplay is something that they can create that's quality. By 2024, you can expect 20 different game titles for you to be able to play within their metaverse, which I'm really excited for. And the fact that they've got a bit different titles, like tower defense games, they've got strategies on mobile, they've got battle royale games. This just means they're going to cover all genres that's going to make this really popular. And this project is SIDUS Heroes. Today we're going to be talking about how you can get access to their token, which is obviously going to have loads of utility in those games. Whilst in today's video, we'll be looking at how you can play the game right now for free for 30 days, and we'll be taking a look at the token and how you can invest in modules and become a co-creator. In a future video, we get hands-on access to the brand new mobile game, so we'll be able to play that. So look out for that in a future video. This is a project that shares its earnings with its users, and there's not many users in the game, roughly around 1,500. They have a huge budget for marketing, which, you know, we're very early on, so good potential in getting a lot of people being made aware of this project. With that, hopefully it'll bring loads of new SIDUS token holders and, you know, help the token out for us if we're earlier investors. And they've already had great results with their store modules, 7,300% ROI. So great potential and earnings as well. Now I'm going to show you also how you can play their game that's currently available. And through that, you get it free access, free to play. 30 days, you're able to get some earnings in terms of the tokens. So we'll take a look at how you can get involved in that. So let's start by taking a look at the website, which first of all looks great. I love how you scroll down and it moves. It's just more interactive than I think your standard website. What we have here is the SIDUS Heroes metaverse, something that they created from scratch with the help of early adopters. And you know, this universe is going to be made up of different planets, and with those planets we'll have different variety of ways you can play. So let's check out inside the game. So they created a metaverse that is not only for the developers but also for the community, and they provided the possibility for you to manage your business in the SIDUS metaverse. You play, you earn, and you own your assets. And what's great is this whole game is going to be in browser. So no downloads in terms of downloading a huge file to be able to play the game. As long as you have access to the internet, you will be able to play through your browser. Now what we have here is one way that you can invest in the game, and people have already invested. So these are modules. Modules allow you to become co-owners of the game. So you can pick these up, and as you can see, they have the purpose is to discover planets, new games, exclusive resources in the metaverse, module investors, royalties, paid for all operations on planets and corresponding modules. So picking these up, you know, you're really investing in the game. As you can see here, we've got 189 investors. 12-month ROI target is 500%. You can see there's a variety of different ones with different purposes and different royalties. We have the bank, we have staking, we have the store. So this is paid out for items sold within this module. So you can really, you know, pick a certain area of this project that you think's best worth your investment. Always similar ROI. We can see the different amount of investors there as well. Hedonism center, reproduction facility, marketplace, shipyard. So a variety of different ways. And here's my favorite thing about this project. It supports the people who play this game, because all the resources that you earn can be used as investments into the modules. So you're investing in-game resources that you've made through winning a battle that go into inventory, that go into your modules, that you can then put into them, invest them, and get some returns from that. Now, as mentioned, ROI 7,312% already earned through the earlier investors in store module. For this, co-owners received royalties for every item purchased within the store, and huge ROI was gained from that. So it all began with a Forerunner artifact, and then we go into the metaverse that is SIDUS. Now, the metaverse currently has 3 races available. So we have the Ogya. They are favoring buffing allies attack damage. We have the Raptorian race. They can have abilities like damage increases the lower their health, can heal allies. And we have the Voltron. So damage increases by accumulating energy points and can shield allies. So you can see how they're going to have different strategies, and having a mix might be good in your squad. So currently they have a game available, and this is Arena Battler. It's 3v3, and players can compete with each other using NFT heroes and can transfer them all over the SIDUS metaverse. They hone their skills for interstellar tournaments with big prizes available for you to win. You can explore the metaverse, and here we can see what it's going to look like. This is huge. So you can see we've got Voltron, which is the Voltron planet. We've got the Ogya planet there. We have Tower Defense in Kurung. We have Nomad Fleet Tembu with the Cyborg Invasion. The mobile strategy game Xena. Third-person shooter Tem Azar. And we have Nidium Space Station there, Raptorian planet, and Forerunners Artifact, as well as unexplored planets that are yet to be released. The metaverse will have a single law with infinite freedom, so all games will be united by the law, token, and value system. You'll be able to travel, trade, fight, and earn through this metaverse. Usually you need NFTs that cost around $100 to be able to get access to a game. This is going to be free to play, or you can still get involved in it with picking up some NFT characters on the Ethereum blockchain. So we can see these Academy Common cards, $58, which is a really nice entry price to pick up an NFT to be able to play the game. But with the whitelist down below that you can sign up to, there's an opportunity for you to be able to get involved in the game for free. Further details on this, stay to the end of the video, we'll be talking about this. Now you have the choice of Academy, or you could go for a Genesis card. Now the Genesis cards have a special feature, special utility. You can lock these cards for 365 days and generate an in-game pass. So you would get, if I locked my legendary Genesis SIDUS card for a year, I would get a SIDUS Academy legendary card in a year's time. And you can lock it again and again, so it has that infinite utility to it. And this project has had a lot of activity on OpenSea, 463 ETH worth of total volume. That's almost $1 million. If you do decide to pick up an NFT, rest assured that you're investing in a game that has a good solid team, a huge team that are working on building this project into a success. And it's headed up by two co-founders. The CEO of SIDUS and the game producer of SIDUS Metaverse are both widely available on Twitter, so you can see their profiles, as well as other members of the team being widely accessible. They really welcome open communication with their community, and they have huge experience, over 20 years of gaming experience and plus 7 years experience in crypto. Having a huge array of employees in the business to be able to create the huge metaverse that they're building is going to be really important, and they definitely have that. The battler at the center has already shown good results, and with more to come in the future, 18 planets to be released 2023 to 2024, so much planned for it in the future. You know, that's really good for the tokens, and that's going to give them a boost, having new games that will incentivize other people to become holders, and also it will add more and more utility to the tokens, so it's going to incentivize people to hold them and spend them in the game. Now very soon we're going to get access to the first mobile game in the SIDUS metaverse. This is Xena, coming from the Xena planet. Fortune seekers compete with other for unique fossil resources, which is used for interplanetary fuel, accelerant. Competitors can use orbit guided drones. SIDUSians have only 6 minutes to get resources in strategic mode. So first of all, great looking from the user interface, looking really cool in terms of the units you've got. Also, we can see like what look like power up abilities. We've got the resources here. We've got bottom right, the ability to engage and choose your mode, fighting. Then the wins that you've got, shards by day that you've earned. We've got tournaments going on in this game as well as our individual avatar Lilith here. We see it level 23. Yeah, great looking interface. Looks like there's loads to this game coming. And soon to come, there is a third-person shooter coming. This is going to be the Tem Azar planet that is going to release this game, and it's going to be a first-person shooter. There'll be the Tembu civilization, so a new race. These overcome all biological limitations by replacing their bodies with mechanical shells. They have in essence evolved into cyborgs. Yep, so we're going to get a first-person shooter, which from the first look looks so good in design. Loving the avatar character that you've got. The guns look amazing. This is where I think they're truly going to bring in, that mass adoption to Web3 from those Web2 players, and start to get people investing into these games more often. You've got to think about the potential from now, where it was before in terms of like a year ago. We're talking about a battler, very kind of in line with where crypto was. We've seen that die down because it's not seen that mass adoption. We need quality games that are fun to play, that have a bit more strategic elements to them. Some of the other games that they'll have in the universe will help support you playing in those games, because obviously the tokens run through all of them. But you can really prepare for these big, next generation games that are coming. And in this mode, you'll be able to fight to be able to earn upgrades that will be valuable for all SIDUS players. One of the things that I think is really going to lead to that mass adoption and help is the partnerships that they make with people. So already they've made partnership with Zeus, 5-time Counter-Strike world champion. So this is going to lead to more people watching these type of games that haven't even come into contact with crypto games before, and really start to think, okay, well, if these big people are playing it, I want to try that out. I want to get on board with it. And I'm looking forward to the further games that they're going to have as well. These other planets, Planet Kurung, we see has another secret, the 6th race to uncover the secret. So where we're at now, we're just a small part of this metaverse, and it's when they start to build this huge ecosystem, that's when I think these games are going to see big potential. And what's great is they're going to have a variety of different ways for you to invest. So we talked about those different modules that you can have. You can be a metaverse investor, a local king, landlord, so buying land and selling and trading resources, travel logistics, intergalactic trader. If you think about how universes work anyway, like if you're trading of resources, that's what they're trying to build. And I think it's that once they get that, this game is so good and addictive and I really want to play it, that I want to have resources to be able to maintain playing it or upgrade my characters. That's when you're going to start to see the demand for these resources increase, and that's when we're going to see this ecosystem, blow up. We have bankers, manufacturers, bosses, fortune seekers, ambassadors, creators, so many different ways that you can play in this game. And you can join the whitelist to get that limited NFT character that will give you the option to play. Here we have an apartment, something you might be able to own in the future. And we can see that just straight in line with everything that we've already seen in terms of this development is the design is just on point. They clearly have a lot of experience in creating high quality artwork. I just like the reflection within that curved chair. It's just on point. So you can start your journey now in this game for free. Now let's take a look at the game. So here we can see this is the interface of my NFT characters that I've got. You can see this by design. They look really, really cool. And up to a really good level when you look at other games, especially in a browser. We're talking something that you don't need to download. This is really good spec for a game which usually you see pixelated games on games that are Web 3 or Web 2. Usually you see games on web browsers that are already pixelated, low res, but this is really high quality. When you go into a match, you can see that it's really high quality in that as well. And we've got a battler here. With this, you can earn rewards. So if you win, you'll get resources. Okay, here we go. I think this is a match we're gonna win. So this is the battler, and as you can see, style, design, graphics look really, really good on it. Really crisp for a browser. The fact that I didn't have to download this as a game is great. And we're just moving through the round sequences. So we've got 6 for each one for each character, and we're taking our orders goes in turn. Currently concentrating on Bad William. We got that explosion because of the fire. See, we've got Weak Michael with fire. Final guy's water. So we probably want to set somebody else. Let's get Bad William wet. So you can use your characters in order strategically. So Bad William's wet. So if I was to hit him with, say, an electric bolt, you'd get added damage. Fire, if I hit that with water, you get steam. So maybe I should have gone for Weak Michael, but I'm trying to get Bad William dead. He's done. He got so many goes. You can see their power is a lot higher than mine. Oh dear. We finally got the kill, but Yellow William's just gonna take Able Levi out. Oh, somehow got 400 health. Okay, maybe we can kill Weak Michael. Come on, if we can kill Weak Michael now, 54. He's got 62 health. We could have killed him, but he needs a crit. No. Oh, explosion! Weak Michael is dead. Oh my god. I'm going to take some hits from Yellow William, but I think we have the advantage here. Come on. Yes! I won! I won for the first time! Yes! Victory! So before we check out the loot and see exactly what you can do with it, let's talk strategy, some tips that you need to know to be able to win some games. So obviously you've got 3 different races that you can choose from. Each of them will have different race abilities and ally effects. Now this ally effect, when you're attacking, you can choose to pinpoint an enemy in front of you and do the damage to them. So to do this 52 to 58 damage, 10 crit chance. Or you can place just click the cursor on your ally and you'll use their ally effect. So for this guy, you get 11 bonus damage to their attacks, 20% block chance, and 20 to 35% block damage. Now, if you take into account you're using that on a guy where you've saved up resources, say you've skipped goes, so you've got saved up your points, not used them on the first round. Second round, you might have 3 goes, and therefore this ally effect might do significantly more damage to your enemy and be enough to, take them out, rather than wasting that point doing just damage without that ally effect. And the races will have different stats. So we've got 4% kinetic, 21% thermo, hydro 8%, 5% electro, and also we've got these vitality points. They are NFTs, and you can't change the race once you've minted it, but you can change the stat points. So if I wanted to place more into attack on another character, so probably better to put attack defense into this guy and then attack into another person so they get high attack damage but still get the protection of my ally effects. And what's more, the different races do have different abilities. So my Raptorian can have the ally effect of giving 110 healing, 53% block chance, and 36 to 53% block damage. So I've got this probably the wrong way around, got him in defense as well, so probably he needs more attack damage to be able to deliver once he's had that ally effect on him. And of course we've got the other race, so Voltron, we have different ally effects. We've got damage absorb, 55 damage, so it provides a shield for your ally, and 20% block chance, 20 to 35% block damage. So what you want to really be doing is tactically saving up your points for certain rounds, and you also want to make sure that you are using these ally effects as well as the attacking damage to other opponents, so you're getting a combination of both of those abilities to be able to defend and attack. Another thing to think about, as we saw earlier, the buffs or debuffs that the characters have is something that you need to think about in terms of who you target. So we have 4 different types of impacts. We have electric, which is inherent to the Voltron race, hydro, inherent to the Raptorian race, and thermo, inherent to the Augur race. We also have kinetic, which can be applied using a railgun pistol. So these statuses, with each turn, heroes will have a 25% chance of status activation depending on their passive race-based ability. Each battle is also associated with one specific status that corresponds to the planet it's located on. It's also applied to the boss and cannot be removed, but it can be used to create an effect. Depending on the race, status gives a buff or debuff. The bonus percentage is calculated randomly. We have wet, infliction, we have burning, and we have charged, as well as bleeding. This will deal a total of 300% damage over time for 3 turns when interacting with a kinetic weapon. So we can see here that Raptorian's race, if its status is wet, it increases its resistance by plus 20 to plus 30%. Augur, if it's burning status, will increase its damage 5 to 15. Voltron charge will inflict it will impact on its crit chance plus 10 to plus 30%. So what you want to do is, with this information, know that don't attack a race like Augur with a burning ability, because as soon as you inflict that status on it, you're going to add to its bonus percentage. You want to attack an Augur with a charged attack, and therefore its resistance will go down minus 10 to minus 30. And again, you can use the same strategy for the Raptorian and the Voltron race. If somebody's already experienced this status, a special effect can be produced and cause extra damage, and will also deduct energy points alongside with other consequences. So if somebody is wet and you attack them with fire and thermo, plus thermo, or burning and add hydro, this will deal 30% damage and deduct 1 energy point from the target. Short circuit will occur when they're wet or charged and you use the opposite electrical hydro. That will deal 40% extra damage and deduct 1 energy point from the adjacent target. An explosion is when combined burning, electric, or charged, and thermo. And this deals area of effect radius damage. So you can think about that in strategy in terms of if you maybe have somebody on the right and they don't have that much health, and so attacking somebody in the middle, getting that explosion might do extra damage to them, enough to kill them. So you don't have to waste all your attack on one opponent that has really low health. In PvP, you will be able to battle 1v1, 2v2, or 3v3, so don't worry if you haven't got 3 characters. And there will be rewards for people who rate highly. So we can see Diamond going to first place here. Short Circuit max damage, I've done 14. 241 max damage was dealt by this guy, and so he's going to take the reward there. And then we've got max 3x3 win streak. We've also got rewards for people who deposit the most SIDUS and SEDIT tokens. So there's a really good way of you being able to get access to a high level reward for just depositing SIDUS into the game. So now let's take a look at what you can do with those resources that I win, and also how you can use them in modules to become a co-owner of the game. All right, yours, what do we get? So we've got loot. Awesome. So we have winning streak, earn reward 1 of 5. So you can actually earn more with winning streaks. We've got 3 of those. 1 of those, we've got some metal. So let's say we can take our resources. We'll go to my inventory now, and I do have some loot. So resources, I have a silver ingot, which is rare, smart concrete, we've got aluminium ingot, we've got limestone, and we've got copper bar. If we go into consumables, we have stimulant, legendary stimulant. So let's go to the modules, and you will see that we can go to invest, and I can invest my resources. So if we go to let's go to metals, definitely have some copper. So I have 3, but I can invest 3 copper bars into that, and it's all very, very quick, and it's all in game, so there's no transactions to have to be put through for you to be able to do this. But you can see I get investment points for completing these. So we've now got 3 investment points for that one. If we go to our rarer items, so some of them we can't invest in because they've already been completed. We have limestone available. We can put 1 in for one of those, and we don't have any of the rare gems. Materials, we do have got the smart. We could get 400 investment points if we can get in on that one. So you can see we're getting 0% of the projected outcome, but that's because we haven't got any items that we can actually contribute. But we will be able to contribute silver ingots, which we've now collected, and they will give us 130 investment points. And of course, through winning more battles, I'll get further resources. Or I could hop over to the shipyard and invest some silver ingots here, so we can get 130 by adding my 1. There's a daily limit of 7 to be able to add. So now I'm getting above 0%, 0.00009% contributed, 1,536 investors complete. So current investments are 130 investment points. You can see in terms of leaderboard rankings, if I was to get closer towards the top, I would be getting 3.5% bonus royalties if you were there. But I've got a long way to go, a lot of games to play to be able to earn my resources, to be able to contribute a bit more to this and get more investment points. So my resources can not only be sold, but also they can be used to invest in the modules that we talked about earlier. So remember that 7,200% APR that we talked about earlier? You can get involved in the module system here. But with the modules, you can become a co-owner of the game, earning rewards as the game is played by other people. Now, if we look at some of the other ones, there's also other rewards that you can get from these modules. So you might actually want a bank license. A legendary license allows you to operate on 3 planets, and that can be gained from being first in investment points for the bank. But if we take a look at the reproduction facility, the stores, there are different rewards that you can get from these. So then we've got royalties from the hedonism center leaderboard. You can see that some of the modules have ownership, so we've got staking, reproduction facility, and you'll see that by clicking these, the ownership of these will get an income. So we can see that first place here gets 7.4 million in income and 10 Senate tokens. We worked that out on a calculator, that's $8,400 on that based on the price of SIDUS where it's currently at. You might choose to invest your SIDUS tokens back into other areas, so you can use staking to get SIDUS perfume. This is a boost that you can get in game. We have legendary staking boxes, epic staking boxes, and common staking boxes available for you to use as well. There's only 177 of the epic staking boxes left. All the legendary ones have been taken advantage in staking 3, and there'll be more versions of this, I imagine, with staking 3.0 going up to 4, and future ones might have other rewards. So there's plenty of incentives in this community for you to get things, assets that you will own and be able to use in game. And I'm really excited for when Xena comes out, and the Xena Arc will be coming soon in modules as well. Now's a great time to invest. As you can see, 1,611 investors. That means there's going to be a bigger proportion of projected income from investing now. When this game goes a lot bigger and you've got like 10,000 investors, the share is going to be smaller. So it's a great time for you to get involved in this. If you go to some of the other things like SIDUS Gates, you've got less than that, 223 investors for you to be able to earn a percentage of the rewards that are paid out. So there's plenty of ways to get involved in this project. First of all, you can go and pick up some SIDUS on the Ethereum blockchain. So you can find the contract address here, so I can add that to my MetaMask. So you can go to Uniswap, and then you can just paste the contract address in there and the token will come up. Then you can pick some up, and so I'm going to pick up just under $200 worth of USDT. So now I'll be able to deposit that into my in-game balance, put infinite proof so it's trusted the contract forever. And then we click deposit, it'll go through as a transaction, and that'll be in my account. I'll be able to use that now in modules. You can hold that, obviously. I think the more people we can get holding the SIDUS token, not selling, we can start to see some growth, being with the announcement of the shooter coming up, the Battle Royale coming up, Future Planets, and also the upcoming Xena game that's going to be available on mobiles. Hoping we can create some hype around this project and take it to where I think it deserves to be, which is having a big user base. And then there's the other opportunity, the ability to get whitelisted for the game subscription. This is going to be a unique opportunity available to you guys to play for free in the game. After 30 days, you will have the choice to pay $25 in SIDUS, which you might earn in that time anyway. So it's really great opportunity for if you're just looking for some passive ways to earn without having to make that initial investment. And then also you can get a feel for the game if you really like it. It's something that you know that you want to invest in. So check out the game and let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'll also be doing a second video on Xena because we get early access to play it, so stay tuned for that in a future video. I'll also put all the links to their socials. Definitely recommend going following those. They give you great opportunities to win rare community boxes and more things via competitions. So they currently have one running, a Gleam, on their Twitter. Definitely recommend going following as part of their celebration of their collaboration with Zeus CSGO. So lots of opportunities for you to get involved in this community. Okay, well that's all for this one. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed it. If you have, please leave a like on the video, hit subscribe if you want to keep up to date with future content. That is all from me. See you guys soon.